Start.
All right, you want to just count me down?
Just talk.
Just count me down. It's easier.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everyone. This is Desiree from the Almost Daily Des. Welcome to episode 3 of Weekly Discussion. Coming up next is our St. Patty's special and Epcot's 25th Flower and Garden.
Woo!
An empty house. So hold my hand, I'll walk with you.
All right, so what's up with us? So we had our daughter's birthday party today.
Yes, today.
Lou's birthday. So she was 2 this week, and her birthday party happened, and it was amazing. And you can look forward to some details on that coming up next week. If we look a little exhausted and tired, it's probably because we are. After the party, we organized toys and cleaned up and everything. So we are pretty
good. I'm ready to get this podcast done and get to bed at some point. But I'm still drinking a beer. It's fine.
Yeah. So we can get into what was cooking in the past. So we had those spinach and cheese meatballs.
Ooh, yeah, we had some spinach and cheese meatballs.
We talked about those last week, so we can pop up a picture of those. You can find them on my blog. We'll put a link down there for those. They were great. And then that's really it for what was up with us.
Yeah.
So we're going to go right into our St. Patty's stuff. We had 2 recipes this week that we are sharing with you guys. They're both up on the blog. The first one that we did was the French onion soup.
The Guinness French onion soup.
Amazing French onion soup. So it was a Guinness French onion soup, and then the cheese on top. If you haven't heard of the brand Kerrygold, we're going to go over that a little bit today, but it's an amazing Irish brand. They have cheeses, butters. So we had the Kerrygold cheese on top. It was an aged cheddar with whiskey. It was crazy good.
It was amazing.
So the Guinness in the soup and then the whiskey aged cheddar on top was amazingly good. I mean, I kind of want to make it again.
Yeah, I think we should. And talk about easy. This is the easiest soup
ever. It's a crock pot meal. Crock pot meal. So literally everything goes in the crock pot. You're good until it's time to just pop the bread and cheese on.
I mean, you don't have to even put it in the little crocks that we have. We just happen to have those.
Definitely not.
You could put it in a regular soup bowl and just throw cheese on top. I crisped up some pieces of bread that I cut into rounds, put it in the oven, got it crispy like a crouton, put it in there, melted cheese on top. I mean, you could do whatever you want. You could just eat the soup as soup. It's
onion soup. Yeah, it was great. And then we also made some mint chocolate chip cookies.
These were really good.
They were so good. So we did them with Andy's mints. And the minty flavor was definitely strong enough to go through the whole cookie. And we just put a little green food coloring in there to make them a little more festive for you guys. So both of those are also up on the blog. We'll have a link down in the description for those as well.
Yeah.
So if you need something for this week, so obviously Saturday is St. Patty's, the 17th. So if you need something to do, you need some recipes, those are really easy, simple recipes. If your kids are having parties, those mint chocolate chip cookies would be so easy to do and bake for a school party.
They're super easy.
So easy. It's a basic chocolate chip recipe just with Andy's mints and some green food coloring. It's nothing crazy, but they look really festive. And then just reiterating the parades that are happening. So today was the parade in Atlantic City.
Atlantic City parade
was today, and then
next week.
Have, tomorrow, the 11th.
Oh, it's the Philadelphia.
Right.
parade.
So by the time you're seeing this, it's probably going to already have happened.
Yes.
But then next week on the 17th are the Sea Isle and Wildwood parades. So you can check those out on actual St. Patty's Day if you're looking forward to something to do. And then we have a little live test to do right now.
We're doing
a taste test.
Irish cheese taste test.
Don't mind my knife here. So we're going to try these cheeses right here. So we have the Blarney Castle, which is like a mild Gouda, right? Am I saying that right?
Yeah, it
Mild
says
Gouda.
it's a smooth and mild Gouda style
We have the
imported from
Blarney
Ireland.
Castle, and then this one's my favorite. This is what got me in the Kerrygold brand was this
Oh.
Dubliner cheese. And this cheese is bomb. It's like an aged cheese, and it has a little bit of like sweetness to it. So the Kerrygold brand, like I said before, we did that aged cheddar with the whiskey in it, which to eat it alone was amazing.
Oh,
I mean, we
was
were just
so
kind of eating. It was
It
smooth.
just melted in
You
your
could
mouth.
definitely taste like the whiskey, but it wasn't
Mhm.
anything crazy. It was great. So we figured we'd, grab some more cheese and
Who doesn't love cheese?
right.
I
And
love cheese.
we're each just gonna go for a piece. So we're gonna Dubliner first?
Oh yeah. Mm. I love the Dubliner.
This cheese, I mean, you could have it with anything. It is
It's
so
got
good.
after you chew it for a little bit, it has like a slight like sweet flavor
Mm-hmm.
to it. Nice texture. It's not like real soft.
But like it just says aged cheese. Like I don't know what kind it is. Like, I wonder what it is.
It's a Dubliner.
It is, but is that like just a type of cheese?
Yeah.
Oh.
And she only cut 2 pieces. Like this is all I'm gonna eat. Come on.
Hello.
Whoa. All right.
I put the
fine.
knife here so you could cut more if you
Oh,
want.
I thought you were gonna try to cut me.
All right. And then we have this Blarney Castle.
Oh, I gotta clear my palate.
I know, I do too. That Dubliner is like a strong cheese.
Not strong like stinky strong. Like strong like just strong flavors.
Yeah, just like intense flavors.
But if you like cheddar, you like
It smells so. This
even like a cheddar, any kind of cheddar. If you like cheddar, you're gonna
I
love
feel
Dubliner.
like when I eat this Gouda, I'm gonna want to make a mac and cheese.
It smells good.
That is so good.
This would go really good on top of the French onion soup.
This would be amazing on top of the French onion
Mhm.
soup.
It's more like almost like a provolone type texture.
It is really mild. You know what this would be good with too? Like on a cracker with like some fig jam.
Mm.
Right? Or on a cracker with just a tiny drizzle of honey.
Yeah, that'd be good. Like you're
It would
like
be
a
so
brie.
good. It's really smooth and really mild.
Mhm.
If you're not somebody who likes a really intense or strong cheese, you would love this because it's not like overpowering at all.
Yeah, I love anything Kerrygold makes. They even make butter.
This,
So like
yeah.
if you want to have some amazing, I guess, butter from Irish milk cows, then get the Dubliner. I mean, the Kerrygold.
That Gouda, though, really makes me want to make a macaroni and cheese. Because it's
Yeah.
so creamy and smooth that I feel like the mac and cheese would just taste like really creamy and buttery.
Yeah, it would. It would be real,
It'd be so
real
good.
buttery. It'd probably be really stringy too, like that stringy mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm. So we'll just slide this down my sleeve. So I'll show you. I just cut a little square from them, but don't mind our lane of apple or plates from the party today. But they're good size like packages. Like,
And they're not expensive. I mean, you're getting a specialty cheese, and
I saved a little piece of Dubliner to put in last because I didn't know if I was gonna like be into that Gouda. But
Well, they were. How much were they? They were.
I don't even know. They were like $1.99 on sale because I guess it was St. Patty's coming up.
Oh wow,
Weren't they?
that's cheap. I don't think they're that cheap.
I don't know. I don't remember.
That'd be nice. The Irish whiskey cheddar that we bought was about $8, and it was.
It was like
they
a-
sell it in a round like this, but you get a quarter of that round for like $8.
Yeah.
It was expensive.
I do
but
have a picture of that.
It was
on my
definitely
blog.
worth the money.
That
But
was
yeah, you
really
can
good.
check that out on the blog.
They both were really good. I mean, Dubliner I know I like, but I really
Yeah.
like that Gouda too. So make sure you check out the blog for all those recipes of meatballs, French onion soup, the cookies,
Let's
and
go back to these meatballs. Like, no, we didn't even mention these
we
meatballs.
barely talked about the meatballs.
We're gonna talk a little bit
So-
about these meatballs because of what went into these meatballs that normally people wouldn't do.
Right. So these I always like this is like my specialty meatball. Like
The original turkey meatballs.
yeah, I started it with turkey and just trying to like change it up from like just your typical like beef with breadcrumbs and seasonings. I wanted to like do something years ago, a long time ago.
Yeah.
to just change it. So I do them with mozzarella cheese and like some grated Parmesan and spinach. So I just you can buy like the bagged spinach or spinach in a box, but you need to thaw it out, wring it out really well.
Yeah.
And they're really good. Like I still do like seasonings and breadcrumbs, but the cheese and the spinach in them really like change it. So
it helps keep them moist too. All
it
that
does.
spinach, you squeeze all the liquid out of the spinach. Like
Yeah.
try to just squeeze it out as
But
much as
still
possible.
like some moisture comes
there's
out.
still moisture in there, so it keeps them like soft and moist.
And I prefer these with like not a red sauce. So this time we did like, what is it, a rosé sauce?
Yeah,
or
we did a rosé.
I don't know
sauce.
how you even call it, but it's kind of like a white and a red mix. So it's like a blush almost.
Yeah,
a blush. Yeah. So I prefer it with something like that, or like an Alfredo or like a garlic Parmesan, like a white sauce.
Really
it's amazing with a white sauce. So I normally do them with ground turkey, but I have this in the blog that we went to. I've said this before. Find your like local butcher, local meat market, and use them to save money. So that's what we did. We got 10 pounds of whole legs, and it was under $7.
It was 69 cents a pound,
yeah.
so it was $7.
So
$6.90 for 10 pounds.
We brought it home. He deconstructed it all off the bone, took all the meat off, and we have the KitchenAid that has the meat grinder on it. We ran it through the meat grinder.
Gotta get the meat grinder, guys.
I mean, you can't buy ground turkey or ground chicken for under $7. Not that much of it. You might get like a pound.
Yeah, you're gonna get a couple. For $7, you'll probably get maybe like 3 pounds. It'll probably be like $2.99 a pound if you're lucky. So
we got
about, I'd say 8 pounds of ground chicken off of all these chicken bones.
And we had plenty, like I had family over, so we made a ton of meatballs. What did we end up doing?
It was about 4 or 5 pounds of ground chicken that we put in there, and we still have some in the freezer.
Yeah, we have some extra.
Something else in the future.
Yeah. So these are great. We had them, with that blush.
The blush
sauce, but they're really good. I've been making these meatballs for years. They're like my go-to, like Dez's special meatballs.
This is Dez's spinach and cheese meatballs.
Yeah, they're great. I mean, they have a ton of flavor. Like the cheeses in them really add a lot of flavor, and the spinach helps. And guess what? They're pretty healthy.
Yeah, they are
too. I mean, there's like some breadcrumbs and some seasoning. You're talking about. I mean, the cheese is like. We made so many meatballs, so it's going a long way. If you're only eating a couple, you're not even getting that much cheese.
You're only putting about 2 cups of cheese
and
in the whole recipe.
You can do it with any ground meat that you like. Like if you prefer like beef or like the pork veal beef mix, like it doesn't matter. This recipe could go with any ground meat. So yeah, so check that out. Check out the French onion soup, the cookies. They're all on the blog, and we'll put the link below for those. If you're looking to make something and you're at a loss and you need some help.
Just not sure what to do.
So we're going to continue with our St. Patty's, but we're going to kind of go to another state and talk about St. Patty's. Not here.
The Florida state, our favorite state.
Yeah, let's head over to the Sunshine State. So we have a restaurant that we love in Disney Springs called Raglan Road. They had amazing food when we went. It's really fun. It's a typical like Irish pub, but
it's far from typical.
I mean, it is like look wise, but it's like it's amped up like Disney style.
Yeah, it's Disney amped up. So they have a whole stage show that they do.
Yeah, with dancers.
Like these dancers that you guys see on the screen every night.
It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful restaurant. The owners are from Ireland, and the food is outrageous.
The food's amazing.
When we went, I got lamb chops, I think.
Yeah, that was when you had lamb twice on that vacation.
Did I?
I believe so.
Maybe I did. I don't know. But yeah, I got lamb chops. They were crazy good, and they had that bread pudding.
Didn't we mimic that?
No, we had.
Oh, we had one that was.
So when we went to Disney years ago, I bought a cookbook that had recipes in it, and I specifically bought it because it had this bread pudding recipe in it. We have no freaking idea what this thing is.
Cookbook is gone.
Like, we moved, but I packed all my cookbooks in a box. We cannot find it anywhere, and they still sell it. So I might just have to
Yeah.
rebuy
We're
when we
gonna have to
go.
get another one because we've lived here for
We've been looking
3
for it for like
years
2 years now,
and
and we have no idea. We've gone through everything.
I've gone through the
I have
house
no idea like
multiple
what
times.
happened to this book. It just literally disappeared. So Raglan Road is like one of our favorite restaurants in Disney
Mhm.
Springs. You have to check it out if you ever go to Orlando. So they have a St. Patty's like thing there.
It's not just the St. Patty's Day. I mean, they call it the Mighty St. Patrick's Day Festival. Like
So
it's 3 days long.
they do it the 16th through 18th,
Mhm.
and it's just like a crazy St. Patty's like thing. So I think like one year we should check it out.
If we can get there at that time,
I mean, we
wouldn't mind going.
should. I think it would be so cool to check out. But continuing our little St. Patty's special here, we just wanted to like talk about that because it's one of our favorite restaurants, and we heard about this festival that they have, and I'm sure the food is great. They have like a ton of dancers, I think, for this festival, and it's just like a whole bunch of like St. Patty's celebration going on for like those
Yeah.
3 days. So if you are in Orlando or visiting Florida now, this week coming up,
this week coming up.
I
Stop
really,
into-
really think you, and remember, like when you go to Disney Springs, you don't need a park ticket or anything. It's one of the
No.
things you can do for free. It's shops and restaurants. So if you're just like going to Florida and you want to check something out, head over to Disney Springs. And even if it's not for St. Patty's, like definitely check out Raglan Road. It's an amazing restaurant. Like we really
Yeah.
can't say
I mean, even
anything
if
better
you're
about
not
it. Like it's
going
amazing.
to eat there, just to go in and look
They
around.
have like a little shop,
You
right?
can
Like
go,
connected.
Yeah, connected to it. They have a shop, but they'll let people like you can go in and look around. And I mean, everything is like made of wood, and it's like
It's
everything's hand
beautiful.
carved. It's amazing.
Don't
It's
mind
just
my
crazy.
sniffles, by the way. We've all been sick. Like last week, you know how Steve was sick? Well, then the baby got sick. We had to take her to the doctor. She has an ear infection, and I have yet to get as bad as they are. I just have like this annoying like tickle in my throat and like a little sniffle. So don't mind me when I'm over here like sniffling. So is that it for our St. Patty's stuff? I think so. We have our recipes, we had our little cheese tasting, and we had our Raglan Road little blurb.
Yes.
So we're gonna stay in Disney
Yeah, we're sticking
for
with
the
Disney. We
for
have
the
a
rest of
couple,
the time. So what are you
whoops.
doing?
I don't know. I clicked the wrong picture.
Yeah, you're supposed to be doing this Google thing.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about.
Steve's talking about this because I am not into it. Like
This is some
not that
Disney
I'm
news.
not that I'm not into it. It's just like I don't know anything about this stuff. So this is all Steve. Go ahead.
Well, this was some Disney news that I stumbled upon that I found like really cool.
It is cool.
So apparently, if you've never been to Disney, or maybe you just want to you want to
missing
go
it.
and you're
You're
missing
missing home.
you can go onto Google Maps and go to their Street View, and you can get an actual street view. Thank you to this guy right here,
Who walked around everywhere
walked around every
with this
single
like
Walt
crazy
Disney
looking
World
backpack.
place
thing.
with this backpack thing and the, like 360-degree camera on it.
So you could just literally like walk down Main Street, walk through
Yep.
Epcot, like just you can see it like you're there.
Just like
So
how
much
it's
better
a
to
street
be
view
there,
and you could see people's
but-
houses. You can walk through and see all of Walt Disney World and what it has to offer through Google Street View.
I think that's so cool that they did this.
So go ahead and check that out. I know I did. I wanted to actually do like a whole thing on here and like
And
walk through
down Main Street
and
it's
do
the
a
best
walkthrough,
feeling.
but this was kind of a last minute thing that we threw in here.
Yeah.
So I didn't have enough time to set that up.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm definitely gonna check that out when I'm like missing Disney and I just want to get that feeling of like walking down Main Street.
You want to
and
go
seeing
down
the
to
castle.
Casey's Corner and grab a hot dog?
Yeah, just peek in the window, look in the confectionery, and check out all the pastries and ice creams.
The only thing is you can't smell like all the smell-o-vision
imagine.
stuff. All
can
the
imagine
chocolate and the candy when you walk by the
I know.
stores.
But just that feeling of walking down Main Street and seeing the castle, like, is like,
Yeah.
I think that's the best feeling. That's what I look forward to the most. So just to be able to see that besides a picture and actually
Mhm.
have it move like you're doing it would be great. So we're going to segue right into one of our favorite times in Disney. We've talked about in past episodes that we are going in April. And it's one of our favorite times to be in Disney because they have Flower and Garden Festival in Epcot. And, we went to Food and Wine. I did really enjoy Food and Wine, but there's just something about the Flower and Garden Festival that just like has my heart.
We were just talking about this earlier. I think you can get everything you can get at Food and Wine. Like, so maybe you
And
won't have
more.
as many kiosks of food,
Like
but
I feel like the food is different
when
at
we were
them,
there doing
but
Food and Wine and I was looking out on like the lakes and everything, I felt like
it was
like
missing
there was
something.
things that were
Yeah.
missing.
Because
I
we're
feel
like,
like
we
they need to
love
have these topiaries and
all the
these
time.
flowers all the time because it's so
It's
amazing.
beautiful. So Flower and Garden Festival is literally just flowers everywhere, topiaries everywhere, and the food is like farm to table because they're growing so many things throughout the park. And you're getting all those fresh items made into
Hmm.
food at all these little food exhibits. So we love it. They have the topiaries. This is like this picture that he just brought up is of the monorail, but you can see out on the lake they have like the floating gardens. So those little floating things out there have flowers in them. What else do we have? We have topiaries.
Yeah,
Yeah, so and you will not it's every character. So as you're
every
walking
character.
around, like I just picked this one because I just thought I love Bambi and I thought it was cute and the colors were great. But I can't think of who we didn't see when we went. It's literally
Everybody. I mean,
every
there's
single
every
character.
character.
All sorts of photo spots with all of these characters. I
And
remember the
that's another
one.
awesome thing. Like all these topiaries are all like photo
Right,
opportunities for
like how
people
you
to.
wait in line and do meet and greets. Like
Mhm.
you have all these
I don't need to
characters.
meet Beauty and the Beast. I'm just gonna take a picture with the plant.
You know which one I loved from when we went, and I should have like had it on here. Maybe we'll maybe I'll pop it into the blog post that goes along with when we posed, and it was Rafiki holding Simba as a
Oh yeah,
topiary, and we took a picture in front of that. Like I loved that one because
yeah.
that's such a great part of that movie.
I'll put that in
I'll put
when
that in
we
the
edit.
blog post,
We'll
maybe.
put it like right up here
Maybe,
somewhere.
yeah, we'll figure that out because I love that picture. It was a great pick. And what else? So they have the topiaries, those floating little gardens. They have container gardens. Like the
Yeah.
one thing we saw was like they built this whole thing out of cinder blocks, and they have gardens like planted in that. Bamboo gardens, an English tea garden over in the UK pavilion,
Yeah.
which I'm like a big tea person, so
And you
I'm
can
into
actually,
that.
they actually have a tour for that.
They do.
It's like $75 or something, but it's a 3 hour tour. They talk about all the different teas that they have. You get to
Yeah.
have samples and tastings and
Yeah.
everything else. It's really cool if that's like something you're into,
Yeah,
especially.
I think it's cool. And then we saw too. We were watching a couple of videos because like every year they do different things. So I always want to I want to get an idea and see what I'm in for. They have like these children's play areas with like children friendly type of floral things. I
Mhm.
guess that they can't ruin,
Yeah.
but like little playgrounds for them to run around. And then one of our favorite things to do while we're there is the butterfly exhibit.
Oh, I
So
love
this
the
year it's
butterfly
called the
exhibit.
Goodness Garden. It's like a big thing that's like is it a net or is it like plastic? I guess
It's
it's
a
a
big
net.
netting that goes around this whole area.
Full of all like butterfly friendly flowers and just tons of butterflies everywhere, all
Yeah.
over the flowers flying all around you. Then they have a section where it's like the cocoons and they're about to
Mhm.
hatch.
The
And
cycle of life.
it is just, I don't know, like I could stay in there for a
It's really
while and
neat.
walk
They'll
around.
just
I just
land
love
on
it.
you. You can hold them, and they'll land on your hand.
Yeah, they're just literally all over
It's
the
an
whole
experience
thing.
that you can't really get anywhere
And
else.
I'm excited now for Luke because we went, it was just us before
Oh, she
we
loves
had Luke.
butterfly. As long as she
So,
doesn't think it's a bug and go, fuck!
oh God, I hope not because she does do that. And we scared the dog. Oops,
Oops.
sorry, Russ. But I'm thinking that she'll think that's so cool. So I
Yeah.
can't wait to see how she feels about that. So after that, after we check out the butterfly garden, I want to check out some merchandise. So
Gotta buy some stuff
you
while
have
you're
to
there.
buy some stuff, but I'm really looking forward to this. So they have a bunch of different merchandise, but the one thing that really like spoke to me was this image that they have of Minnie this year. She has this little like boho headband on, all these flowers, and it's called Minnie's Farmhouse Flower Shop. That's like her theme. So you can find her on everything, all sorts of different shirts and cups, and I'm definitely gonna
It's like the mascot theme for Flower and Garden.
and they have like some
everything
Figment
Flower
stuff
and
this
Garden.
year.
Yeah, they always
too.
have Figment.
They always
Everybody
have
loves
Figment.
Figment.
But
He was left over from Food and Wine.
yeah, maybe. So I just love this image of her with her little like boho style. Like I'm really into that. So I definitely want to get some merchandise with that on there, and we can see what else we can find to
See what
bring
we can
home.
find for the guys, because I'm not walking around with some
With Minnie's Flower Shop?
Flower Shop on my
Why
shirt.
not? So cute.
No.
We did see they had this hat with like these orange ears or something. I saw that in one of the videos we watched.
They were kind of like shaped like the Epcot ball, but they were
Yeah.
like yellow.
It was cool. Maybe
I don't
we'll
know,
get
maybe
you
I'll wear
that.
that.
You're not really a hat person, but
I'm not.
maybe. All right, so they also have another thing going on that I'm not really into because I don't really get into concerts so much, but Steve does. So he's going to talk about that. They call it the Garden Rocks concert series that they have during the whole entire Flower and Garden Festival, like the whole time frame this goes on.
And the reason I thought it was pretty cool was because, I mean, who doesn't like a good concert? And I mean, if you're in Epcot, you never know who you may see there. They have, I don't know, there was a lot of, probably like
There was a ton of them. I don't even know how many.
15 or 20 different bands throughout the whole time. But I mean, there's bands like the Guess Who, Don Felder from the Eagles, the Village People, who we can all sing YMCA. Herman's Hermits, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Lone Star is actually going to be there when we're there, aren't they? April 22nd to the 23rd.
We leave the 23rd, so we'll be in Epcot, let me think, on the 25th.
The 25th. There's nobody playing on the 25th.
Of course not, because it's midweek.
It is.
That's on like a Wednesday, so I think they're closer to the weekends.
They're all running over the weekends.
Yeah.
But you could see Jody Messina, Rick Springfield. Oh, I love Rick Springfield. Jesse's Girl.
Oh, that's who that is.
Smash Mouth. Foghat.
I don't even know who that is.
Foghat, they sing Slow Ride. Slow Ride.
Oh, okay.
Take
Gotcha.
it easy. Who else? Simple Plan. I don't know who that is.
That's like an emo band.
And Starship featuring Mickey Thomas.
A lot of good bands, though, it seems like. I mean,
good
if you're in the area and you're going to be there around the weekend, it would be cool to catch a concert like while you're in Disney. Why not,
They
right?
have. I mean, if you want to do something cool, they have a dining plan with that. You can.
Oh, really?
Different restaurants they'll have throughout the Epcot. You can buy the dining plan, and it comes with
like a package thing.
Yeah, it's an appetizer, entree, dessert.
That's cool.
And then it's a guaranteed seat,
like
ticket seat for the show.
Oh, that's cool.
That evening.
They do that for some of the nighttime shows. They have like dining packages,
VIP seating,
yeah,
and all that kind of
and you're like guaranteed like a good spot for like fireworks and stuff. So that's cool.
I thought it'd be really neat to check that out.
That's cool. Something to do.
We're gonna miss it.
Yeah, it's not gonna be there when we're there, but I mean it'll be there, but not on the same day.
Yeah.
It'll be there like the first day we get there, which we're not going to Epcot that day.
We could get there real quick and go see Lone Star.
No, I'm good on that. I'll pass on. If it was like someone else, maybe. I'm not a Lone Star fan. All right, so one of our other favorite, and I don't know what I'm saying.
One of what?
One of our other, like, what am I trying to say?
Favorite things to do is eat food.
Yeah, I guess
Disney?
so. Yeah.
I
was trying to like word it some other way. It didn't work.
No, we just like to eat food.
What I meant to say was one of the other things we're looking forward to.
Oh, is food.
Guys, I'm tired, okay? Like, we planned this party. It's been a long day. And it's like 10 o'clock right now, and I should have been in bed like 2 hours ago.
It's 9:50.
Is the food.
Relax.
So, the food is so good. It's so fresh. I love, like, I'm a big fan of, like, farm to table in general. So if I'm, like, getting that on my vacation, I'm, like, excited. So they have, like, all sorts of outdoor kitchens set up. They have, like, your typical countries that are always there, but they add in a few extras just like they do for food and wine. So we're looking up some things that we're going to be there and some things that we're going to be looking forward to. One of the most popular things I feel like for food Flower and Garden. If you watch any video about Flower and Garden, you're going to hear about it.
This is the only time you can get it.
You're going to hear about every single vlogger will talk about this. Frushi.
What? What the hell is frushi?
Yeah, right? So in Japan, they always have sushi. But they do for Flower and Garden, it's like rice, but it has fruit.
It's a coconut rice.
Yeah.
And
look at that. Oh, my God.
The inside is like mango and pineapple and strawberry, like pieces of fruit,
and
then
the outside, so good.
The outside is kind of wrapped with
what is that?
I think it's like a fruit roll up, but like not like a fruit roll up, but same type of thing that keeps the rice
It's
held
so
together.
like we've never had it. We've never
I'm
tried the
really
sushi,
excited to try this, and
but
stay tuned for that food review
yeah,
coming.
everybody talks about it. So like I'm really looking forward to that. So some other things we're looking forward to. They have like a violet lemonade, which sounds interesting.
Mm.
It's non-alcoholic too. So
I'm good.
I mean, I like to try stuff that's non-alcoholic. I'm not trying to get like sloshed while I'm there. It's too hot.
It is.
This sounded good too. They have this new spot called like the Honey Bee something. I forget, but it's like the honeybee something or other. And they have a wildflower honey mascarpone cheesecake, which
Oh yeah,
sounds
that's
really good. I think it's literally called like the honeybee
the
or
honeybee.
something. But it's everything is honey, and they have all sorts of like honey displays in it
I'll try a
and stuff out
cheesecake.
there.
I love cheesecake.
And then I think what is this in the American Pavilion? Burnt end brisket. They have
Mm.
like a sandwich or something. It's with burnt ends, and I love that. Sounds good. And I think also in America you can get moonshine,
Oh, that'd be nice.
which he'll
Try
be
that out.
into. And this one I'm really looking forward to. A macaroon lollipop.
Ooh,
Pretty sure it's in the France Pavilion.
look at
Oh
that.
my God, it looks so good. Oh, I just want it now. So if you want to check out more stuff about food and wine, on that bottom of that picture is DisneyFoodBlog.com. It's one of my favorite websites to go to. They have tons of YouTube videos about all the food in
Yeah.
Disney, everywhere, everything. They even break down every single pavilion in Epcot by country and things that you can get like in each country, like in detail. So if you're interested in any food in Disney at all, check out DisneyFoodBlog.com or just look up Disney Food Blog on YouTube, and they have
Yeah.
a ton of stuff. It's where I get like a lot of my information and content and my research for our trips. So yeah, I think Flower and Garden is gonna be a really good time. I'm like really looking forward
I'm
to it.
excited. I've been there once already, and I kind of know what to expect. But
Yeah,
this
no.
time,
Last time we were kind
I
of
know
like just
about the fruit
fudging
sheet.
our way through. Like, we don't know what we're doing.
Well, we
There's like
didn't know about
stands
fruit sheet back
everywhere.
then.
Yeah, we didn't know all this. We were like kind of newbies.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. Our trip is coming up soon. We're going the end of April, so it's really creeping up, and we will have a ton of content for you when we come home. So like, obviously, while we're there, you're probably not going to hear from us much.
No.
Besides, like, in my Instagram story. It's
Yeah,
probably all that's going to be going
follow
on.
the Almost Daily Des Instagram
Yeah,
for all
I'll be putting
those
stuff on.
stories and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll be updating that Instagram story, but other than that, I'm gonna be like MIA. But when we come back, we plan on having like a ton of content and videos that we're gonna put together for you guys to let you know like what we loved,
Mhm.
food that we had, and we're hoping that a lot of those videos can be just short, quick, like under 10-minute videos, so they're easy to watch and
Yeah.
it's not taking a bunch of time. So I think that's really it for our St. Patty's stuff and our
The
Disney
St.
stuff.
Patty's special.
Or special. So my weekly beauty tip that I always end with, this is something that is really important that I don't think that a lot of people remember to do. To wash your makeup brushes regularly. I know. So like what is regularly? I would say it depends on how much you apply makeup, how often. If you're using them every single day, I would say like at least once a week. Once a
Wow.
week.
Once a week?
Yeah, because I mean, you have bacteria on your face and like you're just gonna be spreading it around. I'm not gonna lie. I don't do it that often, but I also don't wear makeup every day. Like I'm
Yeah.
home, I'm not wearing makeup. So I probably do mine more like once a month. So you can buy makeup brush cleaners. They have every brand has some type of cleaner out there.
Didn't
If
that one company have that thing you put on the end of a drill and it like spins them dry or something like that?
yeah, but that's not necessary.
I don't know. I just thought it was cool.
So really how I like to wash mine is clarifying shampoo. You can buy any brand of clarifying shampoo. It works really, really well. And you just want to make sure that you are washing them until the water runs clear. So there's like two ways that I do it. If I'm really lazy, I'll just fill the sink up with some clarifying shampoo and throw them in there and kind of let them soak and like pull out on their own. And then I just I let them sit for a little bit and then I just turn the faucet on, give them a rinse. Or like I sit there and I wet them and I put some clarifying shampoo and I literally like on my hand get all up in there. And then I just like to lay mine out on a towel to dry and I make sure that they're formed kind of back like nicely how they're supposed to be, because if not, they're like frazzled. So just remember to wash your makeup brushes. If you don't, you're potentially just spreading bacteria on your face. So if you're having some breakouts or you don't know where your breakouts could be coming from, it very easily could be coming from your makeup brushes. So that's my beauty tip for the week. And make sure that you check out the parades that we talked about earlier. If you're interested in seeing St. Patty's Parade, Wildwood and Sea Isle, that's what's going on next week.
Yep.
We don't really have any other local events like.
No. I do have a question though.
What?
When is a good time to get new makeup brushes?
Like when they're falling apart or if they're like losing their shape.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't wear makeup. So
yeah, I mean, it depends.
You're watching these things. I mean, how much is a set of them? $15-$20?
I mean, it depends. So you can get. I mean, you can find makeup brushes that one brush costs like almost $40.
Well, that's not necessary.
Right. So if you have really expensive makeup brushes, they should be lasting you. You should not have to be replacing them anytime soon. But if you're buying like a whole set for like $20,
you're gonna have to replace some more.
Right, because they're not. The quality isn't going to last. You might start losing brush fibers. Your brush might break off from the handle. I've had that happen to me plenty of times. So if you just feel like they're not holding their shape anymore, or they're kind of just falling apart a little bit, or they're just looking rough and they're not fresh anymore, you might have to replace them. But if you've spent money on expensive ones, that's an investment. That should have lasted you a while. Yeah.
All right.
And also this past week, it's over now, but it was Restaurant Week.
Oh, yeah.
So we actually didn't go. We just had way too much going on this week. We had the baby's party planning,
We were sick.
and we lost power
Everybody
for
was
2
sick.
days.
Oh yeah.
So we had
lost
that
power.
nor'easter this past week, and we didn't have power for 2 days. So Restaurant Week did not happen for us. But if you did go somewhere and you checked it out, let us know, and let us know where you went, what you got, how you liked it, so that we know for the future what we should be checking out.
Yeah, definitely.
And we had our Cousin Mario's review. Hope that you saw that. We're going to be doing more of those, so make sure you check that out too if you haven't already. And I think we're good.
I think that's pretty much it,
I think we're signing off.
Don't forget to like this video.
Spiel.
Hit that little thumbs up button.
Like the video.
If you like what you see, subscribe to this channel. We'll be posting tons more videos, all different stuff for everybody. And if you want to be notified when we post a new video, there's a little bell icon next to the subscribe button. Hit that.
Which I recently just did. Mainly from doing this. I'm like, I never pay attention to YouTube, but you know, I have my vloggers that do Disney stuff that I really like. And like, I love now that I know when they just post a video, because I miss stuff.
Post stuff like every day, and you're like,
a lot
okay,
of the people
I don't need to hit that.
yeah.
But other people, if they're only doing stuff once a week or every,
I just don't want to miss it. I want to know if it's something I'm interested in.
It'll let you know, you'll get your notification.
Yep, so like, subscribe, and also in the description we'll have some links for you guys. I'll have my corresponding blog post that goes with this podcast. It has just details on everything that we talked about. And I think that's it. Next week we'll be talking all about Lunabelle Jean's birthday party, which was epic.
Yes,
that was a lot of fun. That's what you have to look forward to next week. And thank you for watching.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.